What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Alright, we're gonna do a guild war today, but before we begin, we got some new monsters, and you know what? I had to restart the game. The tablet froze on me. You see this missing thing over here? I bought a mystical scroll. So once the new monsters came out, I had a mystical scroll in the shop. So let's see what I get. Let's see. And nothing. Or maybe it's a mummy. Alright, it's Spectra. Whatever. Okay, so we got that out of the way. So we got a guild war going on. I'll talk to you guys about this while we're doing the guild war. Take a look at our guild battle log. Alright, we're ranked 90 now. We actually started at like 700 something. Right before reset, we fought Licious. Oh, it's not in the logs anymore. Well, I don't understand what happened. Alright, you see that? Attack successful 2 days ago, Delicious. But we didn't get number 1, and I think they were number 2 or 3, or it was something like that. Somebody got number 1. It was either them or Guy Monster. I don't know who got it. But our attack didn't count, and then we got knocked down to like 700 something for some reason. I don't know how that ended up happening. I mean, we were supposed to actually get number 1, and Comtours isn't even, they're not even giving us compensation. I haven't posted anything in the forums, though. I really haven't had the time. But I'm just saying, you know, like, that's messed up what they did. So, let's see who our first victims are. Why is this guy yellow? Okay. Whatever. So, who do we use? Well, that's the thing. Like, I kind of want to end this quick. Let's go with... I want to take Rakan, but I can't. No, let's go with these 3. Them 3. Yeah, that should be okay. Even though I have no immunity and there's no reason for Veromos, but maybe I should change. Maybe I should go with. Let's pick the next team and then we'll figure it out. We'll do Rakan. Rakan, Darien, and Delphi. For the immunity, but the heal isn't that great. That's the thing. So we'll take her and hope on her immunity. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine with this. So, I don't understand, like, for me it's more like I lost stones. It's not even... Actually, for all of us, it's like we lost stones. That's really what happened. You know we got number 1. It's just that it didn't register our last attack for some odd reason. Which makes no sense to any of us. Oh, no weakened defense? Really? Alright. You know what? I forgot about the mouse. We forgot about the mouse. Yeah, let's just buff attack. I'm not even worried about. Well, he used extortion. I missed the extortion completely. So yeah, a couple of guys in the guild. Well, you know what? We don't really over dramatize things for like probably the first day, and then from there on, everybody was like, whatever, you know. That's what I like about being in Zypher. We don't pay attention to anybody. You know, we speak to each other, but most of us go on with our lives, you know? So it's cool. We don't talk to each other all day. We don't even talk in guild chat that much, which I like that, because I don't what do you call it? Disconnect in the middle of the game. So whenever we do we'll communicate. It's in line chat. So it's good because we don't got to deal with drama, little bullshit drama. But that was kind of fucked up on our end because we should have gotten #1 and we didn't get it. So now we got to wait another 10 weeks for Cold Steel to buy us that BMW, you know? I mean, come on. We've all been hoping for that BMW. No, I'm just kidding. But these new monsters are kind of interesting. I saw one. I heard about the one with the Constant Oblivion, I guess. Well, not Constant, an AoE Oblivion. We'll get a better look at her in a little bit. I'm not even gonna waste my third. Oof. Let's try this out. No crit. What? How'd I kill her? That was strange. You know, I've been playing a little bit of League lately, right? And I've got my fingers on my on my keyboard, ready to Q, W, or E. It's so weird now. I suck at League, by the way, so don't even bother to ask me what rank I am or anything like that. I used to play Dota when it was on Warcraft 3, but I never played, and it's the same thing, in my opinion, other than, like, there's so many heroes, it's pretty much the same thing. So let's hit a +3 now. Anybody interested? Okay. Should we hit this combo? Well, why not? Yeah, I know. We already won the match though. So. I'm going to bring. Because this team is going to be faster than most of what I'm gonna take, and I don't want to Lucian it. So I'm gonna bring the usual team, and then the second team we could do the Rakan combo. We'll do Rakan. Should I? A little more immunity? It doesn't matter. Rakan, Darian, and Chloe. Okay. Let them all go wild. Ooh. It's so tempting, but I want to kill Vertihill. Oh, man. Very good. I figure Vertihill would be the best one to kill first. Oh, boy. Okay. Well. I guess Jameer had to take one, too. I keep forgetting about the mouse, by the way. Oh, man. So let's see what the speed team list was. Ah, he didn't buff. Who should we go for? Let's take out Bernard. I wonder how tanky Bernard is. Anyway, let's just put up immunity. Pretty tanky. Yeah. Let's just take care of him because he's going to be attacking through Mars. I guess that Tisarian's attack build because... But it's not helping you. That's the problem. We'll find out if he's attack build in a second. Maybe not. I don't know. But he's hitting pretty hard. He was attack build. Wow. See, everybody wants to build Tisarian attack build. He's not even that great on defense, guys, to be honest with you. Like, there's no point in having him on defense. He's just going to attack the wind monsters, and there's not a lot of wind monsters with passives that you want to silence. That's the thing. It's more like you want to silence Camilla's passive, yeah, but Tisarian's not going to attack Camilla, and he's not going to attack Theomars either. So there's no point in having Tisarian on defense. Should I attack this guy? Yeah, whatever. Let's do the old switcheroo. You know what? Okay, for the first one, we're going to do the Theomars thing. The Theomars, as usual. The second one, I'm going to try out a different team. Now, I have a Rage Blade Copper. He doesn't really hit that hard, though. And where is he? Oh. I wasn't even going to use Copper. But let's just play around with him a little bit. We're doing Guild Wars. I'm gonna find this guy now. No, it wasn't this guy. We could hit this guy too, though. It was this guy. Alright, so let's do the Theomars combo on the first one. The thing is, though, alright, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take... Okay. Alright. I'm gonna take Theomars, Delphoid, not Delphoid, what's her name? Sassoon. Her, but it's not gonna work because Sassoon is gonna buff after. Let me see the total speeds. Yeah, she's not fast enough. Alright, so you know what? We're gonna do Delphoid. And then we're going to do her, him. One of the reasons my Randy's runes are like shambles right now. He's not very well ruined. That's why I really don't use this combo at all. But we'll give it a shot. Let's go for Bella first. Then Bella nothing happens with Bella. Alright, so we'll reset Bella's cooldowns anyway. Wow, what's up with all that resistance on Bella? Just a buff. Alright, good. That was even better. Because now I'm going to be able to buff immunity, and I got the armor break off, and that's pretty much a dead armor. See, I know this is like a lower, what do we rank, like 90? This is like a lower guild, so it's kind of not fair what's going on right now. I feel kind of bad. I don't know if it's some monsters that I'm expecting to be a little harder hitting or to have some more hit points. They don't have it because of their rune quality. These guys are probably still farming runes and stuff. Oh, but there's a Chloe. Alright, the Chloe wasn't fast enough to. I'm gonna go for Tisari. Him first. Alright. Wasn't a hard hit. I don't really like him, Rage Blade. But you know what? I may need some runes with his 1 and 4 slot. His 1 and 5 slot. Sorry, his 1 and 5 slot don't have any defense subs on them. So that could probably be the problem. This seems to me like a tank Milla. It doesn't even seem like a... She's not hitting hard. Normally I'd be scared of fighting a Camilla. I'm sorry guys, this Guild War didn't seem too interesting at all. Pretty much you guys are looking at some of my future projects. Oh, okay, good. You guys are pretty much looking at some of my future projects. Somewhat future projects. Somewhat and somewhat not. I've been in a booster for the last couple of days. I'm working on my Necropolis, my farmable Necropolis team. I know people are expecting one, so it's just that it's hard to do. As I said, that dungeon is going to be the one that is between that separate the boys from the men. Wow, he's still critting. Huh. Oh boy. You're just gonna delay the inevitable. Really? That little speck of health left. So yeah, it's like really messed up that we're even in this rank right now. We don't... I feel bad for the guys attacking us, you know? All these guys. Because it's like, they want to farm guild points and they ran into us where we shouldn't be where they are right now. No offense or anything. I'm not trying to offend anybody here, but it's not fair. But anyway, so let's talk about the new monsters today. Alright, so we're gonna start off with the Fire Mummy. Let's go to the Awakened version. So, alright, I think he gets his third skill. Yeah, he gets a passive. 38% resistance. So that's interesting. I'm not gonna say it's good or bad, but it's interesting. So let's take a look at his passive. Receives 30% more damage, but returns 30% of the incoming damage to the attacker. Okay, that's a little weird. I mean, wow, that's a weird passive. I'd go all energy on him if that was the case. But anyway, attacks all enemies and disturbs their hit point for 2 turns with a 75% chance. The damage of this attack increases according to your max hit points. Alright, that doesn't sound so bad, and it's an AoE. What is it on? It's on a 4-turn cooldown. It'll probably go down to 3. You know what? He doesn't sound so. He doesn't... Attacks the enemy twice and deals damage accordingly to your max hit points, and also deals continuous damage for 1 turn with a 20% chance. You know what? I could see myself using him in TOA hard. It's not so bad. You need a good healer, though, for him. You need a healer like Jisun or something for him, but it doesn't sound so bad. Now that I look at him, I'd have to get him to test him out to see what that... I mean, the passive sounds relatively straightforward, but still. Anyway, K-Mum. You know what? I was reading him before. Alright. Increases the crit rate by 24%. Is that what he gets when he's... Yes, he gets his leader skill. Grants a shield that lasts for 1 turn to an ally with the least hit points. The amount of damage that the shield absorbs is proportionate to your level. How would you use this? The only place I thought of was TOA hard. I don't like the fact that it's on a 1 turn, that it only lasts for 1 turn. But it's a passive, so maybe it'll go off. Ooh, you know what? I'd like to play around with him a little bit. It might go off as each one of his turns. Grants a shield that lasts for 1. Wow, that's not so bad, you know. I wonder how it works. Maybe if your allies get attacked and one of your allies gets attacked, he automatically puts a shield. That's weird. Okay, I'd like to know how that works. or is it on his turn? Deals damage proportionate to your max HP and recovers 50% of the damage dealt as hit points. Okay. And then attacks the enemy twice with each chance, having a 30% chance to disturb the enemy's hit point recovery for 2 turns. Alright. He could be used for Guild Wars or Arena. I want to know what this passive is all about exactly. When does it activate? When the ally gets hit or on his turn? I'm gonna make a wild guess it's on his turn, but that's cool. That's not so bad. He could definitely be used for TOA hard. TOA normal also maybe. Increases the hit points of ally. Okay, in the arena by 33%. All right. Attacks an enemy absorbing 30% of its attack bar and stunning it for 1 turn with a 70% chance. The damage of this skill goes accordingly with your defense. Alright. Increases the defense, wow, of all allies for 2 turns and decreases the chances of them receiving a critical hit. Wow. I kind of like him. This buff is nice. This isn't a bad buff at all. Whoa. I like this buff. I think he'd be good for defense in some ways. Deals damage to an enemy with a 50% chance. Deals damage to an enemy and with a 50% chance decreases the attack bar by 30%. You know what? I kind of like him. Let's see how well it is, how well it works. This needs a 5 turn. It's probably on a 3 turn cooldown, but I kind of like him. He's not so bad. Maybe like a speed defense type monster, or a speed crit damage defense. Maybe you could get lucky and get a defense sub in speed in the slot 2 with speed in slot 2. Go violent revenge or something. Revenge would, yeah, no, revenge doesn't work. Could do violent blade, violent nemesis, violent focus would work. Violent focus would actually definitely work, especially for this 3rd skill right here. I wonder what the multiplier is, but he's not so bad. I like that buff that he gives. That buff is pretty cool. She looks cool. She's alright. Increases effect accuracy by 25%. Increases the hit point of ally monsters by 33%. Okay. Attacks all enemies, stealing all beneficial effects, and sets all enemy skills on max cooldown. Oh, attacks an enemy, not all enemies. Oh, wow. I froze over there because I was like, whoa. This is like an OP version of Zyros, but it's not. It's a single target. Okay. It's still not bad. Attacks all enemies 3 times. Each attack has a 50% chance to decrease the enemy's defense. Increase the enemy's chance of dealing glance or disturb. You see, alright, I had read this previously. I think they have like a little patch note thingy, so I had read this previously. I don't like this. If it did all 3, then maybe. But it's either or on glancing hit, unrecoverable, or weakened defense. So she's not reliable. Attacks the enemy and decreases attack power for 2 turns with a 50% chance. Okay. I don't know what to say about her, really. I mean, she's a support monster. You could go swift with her if you pull her in the beginning. You could do swift or violent. That's about it. Speed, hit point, hit point, hit point, hit point, hit point. Or I would probably go speed, hit point, hit point. Try and get as many turns out of her as possible for this skill. This skill, it probably goes down to a 3 turn cooldown, but still, oh my goodness, that's so random. And can you attacks all enemies? So, oh, okay. You know what? This is probably a mess up because it attacks all enemies. So it's gonna put glancing hit on one person, disturb. So it's gonna do one of each, maybe. It can do one of each on different enemies. All right. Okay. I mean, it's still a little too random. Probably in Guild Wars it would be better. She'd be good for Guild Wars, I think. But that's about it. I don't know about the Arena. Arena's a little... Guild Wars, she could do it. Violent or swift. I'm going to go to the Awakened versions. If we could find them. Alright, there we go. So he probably gets his third skill, increases the resistance. Oh, he gets his leader skill. Alright, so increases resistance, fine. Every attack has a 25% chance to freeze the enemy for 1 turn. That's not bad. Attacks all enemies and disturbs their hit points for 2 turns with a 75% chance. The damage of this attack increases accordingly to your max hit points. Alright. And then this attacks the enemy twice and deals damage accordingly to your max hit points. Also deals continuous damage for 1 turn with a 20% chance. That 20% chance is probably going to go up. I don't know by how much, but he's a 3-star, so it doesn't matter. They'll probably give a secret dungeon either coming up this weekend or next weekend for it, or the end of the month. Usually with the new monsters, the new 3-stars, they give them. He's not so bad. He's not so great, but that freeze every turn is pretty cool. It's not that bad. It's pretty cool, actually. So let's see what he gives. Leader skill. The resistance of ally monsters is increased by 40% in guild battles. Alright. I don't know about these resistance leaders. If the enemy dies on this monster's turn, the enemy's soul will be shattered, preventing it from reviving. Okay. That's a cool passive, actually. He's attacked, though, and 541 attack isn't a lot. Attacks the enemy 3 times, with each attack having a 50% chance to receive a branding effect for 2 turns. Enemies with brands will... Okay. That's... Again, it's like a Guild Wars monster. Attacks the enemy twice, with each attack having a 30% chance to disturb the enemy's hit points. Alright. I mean, I'd probably go Violent Revenge, attack, crit damage, attack with him. He's not bad. He's actually... I like this third. And this sounds alright. But... this is what's annoying me. The 541 attack. That's pretty low. He's not going to be hitting very hard. If he gets up to 700, I'd be surprised. Well, no, but I'm not going to be surprised. But he 700. Oof. Still, it's a little bit on the weak side. Leaders increases allies resistance. What's up with all these resistance leaders? Increases the attack power and critical rate of all allies for 2 turns and makes them invincible for 1 turn. You know what? This is like a Chloe Seek buff. This is... I like him. I like him a lot. This could work. It's in a 6-turn cooldown. I'm going to make a wild guess it'll go down to 4. But I like him. I like him a lot. Wow. That's really good. This is like a Chloe Seek all in one little bundle. It's pretty cool. Attacks all enemies with the Winds of Sand, decreasing 30% of their attack bar. And also their attack speed by 2 turns with a 50% chance. Okay. The damage of this skill increases accordingly to your attack speed. I'd probably build him with speed anyways, speed in slot 2. Deals damage to an enemy with a 50%, decreases their attack bar by 30. I'd probably just do Swift on him. Wow, I like this. If, you know what, if I could get him to go after all of my attackers on a violent set, I would still do violent, because this is a long cooldown. But I like him. I like this buff. This is seriously like a Seek Chloe, all put into one little bundle. You know, just no immunity. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a nice skill. I like that skill. It's good. It's good for a nuke team, actually. It really is. Well, that's a nice skill over there. What are we going up to? The monster transforms into... Okay, increases resistance by 25%. Alright. Private Invitation. Attacks an enemy, taunting it for 2 turns. This attack also grants you a shield that absorbs damage and immunity for 2 turns. Okay. The shield amount is proportionate to your level. Okay. I don't really like this third skill too much. I mean, I'm sure it could be used, but it can also be debuffed. Attacks all enemies 3 times. Each attack has a 50% chance to decrease the enemy's defense. Okay, so this is the random thingy again. Attacks the enemy and decreases the attack power for 2 turns. I mean, probably violent, just to deal with these long cooldowns. Violent Nemesis or Focus. 6-turn cooldown, 5-turn cooldown. I'll probably go down to 3 and 4, or 3 and 4, or 4 and 5, but this one should go down to 3. Okay. So we go on to the wind one. Wow, that water, what are they called? Anubis? Is that what he is? What is it? Horus. That water Horus is nice. I like him. He's really good, actually. Now that I think about it. He's not Seek. Doesn't bring the damage that Seek does, but he brings other things to the table with that invincibility. That's a really nice monster. I like him. New skill, okay. So resistance, as usual. Becomes immune to continuous damage when being attacked. The attackers will suffer continuous damage for 1 turn. Becomes immune to continue, okay. He could be used in dungeons. Actually, he's the one for TOA hard now that I'm thinking about it. Wow. He's really the one. He sounds like he's really good for TOA hard. Slams the body with the enemy at the cost of 10% of your current hit points, dealing 20% of the enemy's current. That's not bad. You know what? He would be really good for TOA hard, this one. Wow. Attacks the enemy twice and deals damage accordingly to your max hit points, and also deals continuous damage for 1 turn with a 20% chance. Alright. I like him for TOA. He's the best one for TOA hard in my opinion. I like him. I like him a lot. Just for this second skill right here. Whoa. I kind of want him. He's got the little passive too. Build him as tanky as possible. But TOA hard, you don't even need speed. He's not so bad. Just for that purpose. Arena, I don't think he's worth it. What does he get? Leader skill, accuracy. Accuracy by what? 40%. Okay. Revives with 30% hit points at the moment of death, with the attack speed and attack power increase for 2 turns as well. He's an attacker. Let's see what his second skill does. Attacks the enemy 3 times, with each attack having a 50% chance of depending effect. I'd have to see how hard he hits. I really don't like this 541. It's the same as one of the other ones. 541 is really low for an attacker. But this is pretty cool. Still though, you'd have to build him squishy. Attack, crit damage, attack. Probably like Violent Blade or Violent... Does Revenge? Yeah, you could do Revenge. He's okay. He's not bad. That passive, it sounds like they want to give a passive like Perna's to the wind attribute family, so they did that since they have a similar one with Theomars. So you get critical rate in the arena by 24%. Increases the defense and critical rate of all allies for 2 turns and fully fills up the target ally's attack bar. Whoa! Increases the defense and critical rate of all allies for 2 turns and fully fills up the... That's not bad. So you pick an ally and you fill up their attack bar. Whoa! That's pretty good. I like this. It would have to be set up. You need work. But he can be used. I like him. Attacks all enemies with the Winds of Sand, decreasing this 30% of the attack bar. Also speed with a 50% chance. Okay, this goes accordingly to attack speed. Deals damage to an enemy and with a 50% chance decreases its attack bar. Fine. All right, I forgot that's all of them. And let's move on. Him. You know what? I kind of like him though. I would go Swift, definitely. Swift Focus. You could do, not Revenge, you could do Swift Nemesis. I would do Swift Focus on him. Fastest rune set, a fast rune set. I don't know about the fastest. Let's see, with her, what does she get? Accuracy, she gets resistance by 41%. Decreases the attack bar of all enemies by 75% each, and puts them to sleep for 2 turns. So that's like a 2 3/4 turn off by. That's not so bad. She's pretty cool. She'd probably need a lot of accuracy, but she's not so bad. Attacks an enemy. This attack has a 75% chance to remove all beneficial effects and put the target to sleep. Why is 75% chance? I hope it goes up to 100% chance if you put double mon into her. If it's 100% chance, yeah, fine, she's good. Why 75 though? Fine, we'll just let it be at that. Attacks the enemy and decreases its attack power for 2 turns with a 50% chance. I mean, if you pull her, she's got some use. if you have like a debuffer, I wouldn't make her your fastest monster. I'd try and make her go second, just in case they got like Will Ruins or something. I think she'd be good with my Praha. I think she'd be alright with my Praha. But then you need single target nukes after that. So she's not bad. She can be used. You just gotta make a team for her. That's what it is. There's you need a there's no monsters here that'll just, you know, change. You gotta build teams at this point with a lot of the monsters they're coming out with. You gotta build teams around them. Okay, increases resistance. All of them. Revives an ally target with extremely low hit points and evens the hit points of the revived ally and yourself. What? So what, revives them with low... Oh, okay. Alright. I don't like that. Slams the body. Okay, this can be used for TOA hard. I mean, he's not as good as the wind one. Attacks the enemy twice and deals damage accordingly to your max HP, and also deals continuous damage for one turn. Fine, whatever. Yeah, I'm not too thrilled with him. Oh, it looks like that other guy is in Nat 5. Yeah, he is. So let's take a look at him. The defense of ally monsters, okay, in Guild Wars by 33%. Alright. When you... hold on. Okay, yeah. When used, all dead allies will be revived with 20% of their hit points. If the skill is not on cooldown, you will be healing the ally with the least hit points automatically on each turn. Okay. The healing amount will be proportionate to your attack. Reusable in 13 turns? What? I'd have to see this skill in action. 13 turns? Whoa! Attacks the enemy 3 times with each attack having a 50% chance to receive... Okay, fine. Attacks the enemy twice with each attack having a 30% chance to disturb the receive points for 2 turns. I really don't know what to say. I understand it'll revive all dead allies. But 13 turns? Whoa. Violent Revenge. Speed, hit point. Try and get it as fast as possible. I don't see any other thing with it. But anyways, I think she's the one with the AoE Oblivion. So in effect accuracy, attack power by 33%, which isn't bad. Puts all enemies into Oblivion and prevents them from using skills with cool times for 2 turns. This is really nice. I like this. Passive skills aren't activated in Oblivion state, so she pretty much is taking out your whole team, which is cool. I like her. She's OP. Attacks an enemy. This attack has a 75% chance to remove all benefit inputs to the target. Okay, that's fine. She's probably the best one I've seen so far. Attacks the enemy and decreases its attack power for 2 turns. I would absolutely put Violent Nemesis, Violent Focus, Violent Energy, I don't care. Speed, hit point. Make her as tanky as possible. And get some accuracy subs into her. Increases resistance by 25%. Okay, so increases accuracy. Well, he gets increased resistance. Okay, accuracy by 40%. Recovers the attack bar of the ally with the lowest attack bar by 25% and increases that ally's attack power for 1 turn. This is a passive. Oh, wow, this is nice. So your nukers, like let's say you have a slow nuker. Wow. If you have a slow nuker and you use this constantly goes off with the passive, that's a nice. Whoa. Increases the defense of all. Wow, you know what? And he's the best one I've seen so far. I like him. Whoa, deals damage to an enemy with a 50% chance and increases. Wow. He's nice. I like this passive. Again, it's something to play with though. That's a nice passive. That's cool. And let's take a look at the dark versions of these guys. Jersey. Okay. So he gets the leader skill, so he has all three of his abilities. It's resistance. At the cost of 5% of your current hit points, your attacks will deal additional damage based on how much hit points the enemy has lost. This effect will only activate on this monster's turn. Okay. See? Well, how come they clarify this? Oh, because of Revenge Runes, so I guess this doesn't work with Revenge Runes. Fine. What's the 5% of your current hit points? Your attacks will deal additional damage on how much hit points the enemy has lost. See, that's cool. Again, TOA hard dungeons, that's a nice passive. Attacks all enemies and disturbs their hit point recovery for 2 turns with a 75% chance. The damage of this attack increases accordingly to your max HP. Okay. And then this. You know what? He could be used for TOA hard as well. I like this passive. I like it and I don't because I'm not 100% sure how much damage it actually deals. That would have to be tested by somebody. Oh, another one is in that 5 again. Alright, so we got that one in that 5, a Dark Knight 5. Let's see what that one's all about in a second. Okay, so increases attack power in Arena. Recovers 15% of the attack power each time an enemy gains a turn. Is this for himself or is this for the entire team? I'm guessing it's for himself. I don't know if I'm too thrilled with him. Attacks all enemies with the winds of sand, decreasing 30% of their attack bar, and also their attack speed by 2 turns with a 50% chance. The damage of this skill increases accordingly to your attack speed. Okay. And then the usual decreases its attack. Okay. This is interesting. It's an interesting little passive. I don't know if it's worth thinking about though. It can be. Just increases critical rate by 15. Increase. Okay, he gets 15% crit rate. So I can only imagine, and he's a hit point monster. So I can only imagine the fuck up right now. Let's see. Attacks all enemies with a deadly wrath, dealing damage proportionate to your max HP. The damage increases if there are fewer enemies. Okay, cool. He has a high hit point. Wow, alright. He has really high base hit points. And you know what? His attack, it's lacking, but since it's based on hit points, deals damage proportionate to your max HP and recovers 50% of the damage dealt as hit points. You know what? He's not so bad. That third skill. I wonder what the scaling is on that third skill. Attack, crit damage, attack, definitely. You can go Rage Blade, but I would go Violent Blade, something like that. Wow, I gotta find out what that third skill, what that's all about. Oh, I'm scared to see her leader ability. Increases resistance by 25%. Oh man, increases attack speed 24%. That's it. Whatever. Okay. Becomes immune against inability effects, and the enemies can't resist the skill effects you apply on them. Whoa. Attacks all enemies 3 times. Each attack has a 50% chance to decrease the enemy's defense. Increase the chances of dealing... Okay. So she has that skill. So pretty much these 2 skills can't be resisted unless you have immunity on you. I'm going to make a wild guess on that one. So if people are going to sit here and say, oh, put Despair Runes on her, you can. The thing is, Despair Runes can't be resisted anyway, so you gotta hope they proc. So I still might go violent with her. Maybe like a violent... Is there an offset that doesn't? No, there isn't. The only thing I can think of is Despair. See, if they had an offset that did something... Oh, Destruction Runes. But I'm guessing that those can't be resisted either. Maybe. I don't know. She'd have to be tested. She sounds good. This passive sounds pretty good. It's just she's limited to these effects. I wouldn't even put Despair Runes on her. I'd probably try and make her attack as much as possible and go violent on her. and hope that this goes down to a 3-turn cooldown. Alright guys, so there's one more thing I want to do. We'll be right back. Alright guys, just in case any of you guys thought I forgot, I wanted to do a giveaway of 15,000 subscribers, so I told everybody to pick a number from 1 to 999. Remember, you have to be a subscriber. So, we've got 337 comments. I think a few of those are me. So anyways, let's just generate a number. 792. Oh man, I already have a feeling we're not generating any number here. 0 of 0. Okay, let's generate another number. 446. This is a possibility. Paste. And we got it. The Izach. Alright. I hope you don't have your stuff blocked. He doesn't. He doesn't. But is he a subscriber? And he is a subscriber. He's been a subscriber for a while. I couldn't find him. Alright, Izach. You won. I know, it took me a while, guys. It's been like 3 weeks since I put this video out. You know what? I didn't forget about the giveaway, but I keep forgetting to do the giveaway. I just did it. It's September 30th. So, congrats to Izach. And, guys, thank you for watching. I'll talk to everybody later.